So how this saturated and unsaturated will help us? You see here, they are saying choose the correct option below. So if you notice it here, A option, A and B are unsaturated hydrocarbons. If you notice, unsaturated hydrocarbons or saturated hydrocarbons doesn't matter. Hydrocarbons means only contains two substances. What is that? Hydrogen and carbon. Hydrogen plus carbon is called as hydrocarbon. Maybe first A is called as hydrocarbon, but B contains what, guys? They are the properties of hydrocarbon. So is it called as hydrocarbon?
No, sir.
No. So then A option is wrong. Or else, sir, that is also I don't know. So remember, hydrocarbons means, or whatever it is, saturated means or unsaturated means. Saturated means single bond present between carbon and carbon, and unsaturated means double bond should present between carbon and carbon, or triple bond should present between carbon and carbon. Here double bond is present where, guys? Carbon and oxygen. So it is not called as unsaturated carbon. Do you understand, everybody? Yes, please. Carbon does not contain double bond. So that is how we can eliminate the A and B options. Of course, option C and option D only will be there in answer. So that is how we can eliminate the options A and B. C and D also see. C and D are saturated hydrocarbons. Yes, C is the hydrocarbon, I will consider, but D contains oxygen. Is it called as hydrocarbon? No, it is derivative hydrocarbon, derivative of the hydrocarbon. So like that, we can eliminate the A and B option. Definitely answer will be in C and D. So eliminating option in MCQs is always very important. Of course, Kevin, we know the answer. Of course, answer is option C, but unless you studied the chemical properties of these organic compounds, you cannot answer this. That we will study, and later only we will confirm that addition of hydrogen in the presence of catalyst changes from A to C. We will study that. Okay, so that just I am saying you what is the importance of that. So now this is how we have to remember what is organic compounds, open chain and as well as closed chain. Open chain saturated, unsaturated. Closed chain also saturated and unsaturated. So the first compound which we are going to start in our today's class, that is what are the first compounds of organic compounds? Organic compounds. Everybody is hydrocarbons. Okay, so first write everybody hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. Right, definition. A compounds made up of hydrogen and carbon. Hydrogen and carbon only, that is very important, only is called, what was to call, guys? Hydrocarbons. So simply remember, hydrogen plus carbon, if I'll join, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get hydrocarbon. Are you all clear, everybody? Yes. So example, if you will take the smallest hydrocarbon, smallest possible hydrocarbon is CH4. What is the name of the CH4? Anybody? Methane. Okay, sir, why, sir? Means each carbon will form four bonds, tetravalency. So hydrogen can share how many electrons, guys? Only one electron. So that is what the smallest possible hydrocarbon is methane. Okay. Now, sir, if they will ask you electron dot structure, can you draw electron dot structure? Electron dot structure of carbon. What will happen? Carbon will come at the middle. So what will happen? 4 hydrogens will be here. So I will draw like this structure: hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. These structures, you have to be smart enough that within seconds you must able to draw. So the electron shared by the hydrogen consider as a dot, and the electron shared by the carbon I'll consider as a what, guys? I'll consider as a cross. So your convenient, whatever is your convenience, please kindly follow. This already we have drawn. Do you remember that? Everybody? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The second smallest possible carbon, so smallest hydrocarbon, make carbon 2, then hydrogen also become double. That is what we used to call as, sorry, C2, C2H6. Okay. Yeah, C2H6. Okay. Next, we can say, same way, I'm saying examples all. Ethene, C2H4, ethyne, C2H2. So this is ethane, and this is called as ethene, and this is called as ethyne. So these all called as hydrocarbons only. Do you understand, all of you? So because everywhere, if you notice it, only two elements are there. What are the two elements are present here? Yes, everyone?
Carbon
Hydrogen. Carbon and hydrogen.
Argon, hydrogen and carbon. So that is why we used to call it as, these all are hydrocarbons. Ethane, ethene, ethyne, and etc. etc. Now, remember the most important natural source of hydrocarbons, source of thousands of hydrocarbons is petroleum only. The petroleum is the only source, crude oil we used to call it as a source of all the hydrocarbons, which is obtained from where, guys? Anybody? Which is obtained from where? From the underground. Understanding? So underground, which is very deeper inside the earth crust, we are getting this petroleum, that is what hydrocarbons, and which is deposited, class 8 you might be studied, between the solid rocks, petroleum is present, and above the petroleum we are having some gas. What is that gas? Anybody can call? Yes, please. Natural gas. That is what last class also I taught you. Natural gas, major composition. Who is the major composition of natural gas? Major composition, methane. Understanding? CH4. Methane is the major composition. That is why it is a high calorific value. What do you mean by calorific value? Heat energy, calorific value, which will be more faster, it will cook, more heat energy it will produce when it is burning. That substance is called as high calorific value. Our LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, liquefied, not liquid, liquefied petroleum gas majorly contains butane. Okay, C4H10 we used to say. We'll study that. So just remember that. Okay. So who is the major source of hydrocarbons? Petroleum, which is coming from underground and which has been deposited under the very underground, and we will drill it like Dubai and all. You can see oil wells will be there. So the natural gas which is occurs above this petroleum, and they also contains hydrocarbons also. So this petroleum only is the source of all the hydrocarbons. So this is what is hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means hydrogen plus carbon, which is called as hydrocarbon. Now, these hydrocarbon will be classified into two types. Hydrocarbons again will be separated into two. So that is what saturated hydrocarbons. Please write it, all of you. And second one is unsaturated hydrocarbons. Write it. Now onwards, fastly you have to study the structures and everything. More and more and more faster. Please make it, everyone. So saturated hydrocarbons. Remember, our carbon atoms are connected. Which atoms? Only you have to remember what atoms, guys? Carbon atoms are connected with only what bond, guys? Anybody can tell? Only by Single bond is called as saturated hydrocarbons. Are you clear, everybody? Please respond. Saturated hydrocarbons means carbon atoms are, please write the definition. Carbon atoms are connected only by single bond is called as saturated hydrocarbons. Okay. So now, saturated hydrocarbons, also known as, anyone can tell the name by this time? You might be studied already. Saturated hydrocarbons, also known as, anyone? Ilmukil, Pradosh?
Alkane.
Alkanes. Remember that. Alkanes. Everywhere, saturated hydrocarbons means you must get A and E. These are the three letters which will decide either it is a saturated hydrocarbon or not. Are you clear, everybody? Alkanes. So the examples of hydrocarbons, saturated hydrocarbons is, okay, if you take methane is the smallest possible hydrocarbon. What is the formula, anybody? CH4. And if you take the structure, so what is the structure will come? All of you draw fastly. Hydrogen and hydrogen. Next, if you take methane, next one is what, guys? Ethane. Okay, formula is C2H6. Okay, everybody, carbon, carbon, and 3 hydrogens. Those who know also keep on drawing. If you draw more and more number of times, this one is very familiar. That is the specialty of this chapter. Next, ethane after propane. Propane, C3H8. Next, butane. Butane, C4H10. So like this, it will be continuing. So you can draw anywhere n number of carbons. C is equals to n. Okay, so that is what you have to remember. N number of carbons. Number of carbons we can do. Methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nano, deca. Like that we can go. So C4H10. Draw the structure here. Carbon, carbon, carbon. So every carbon should satisfy how many bonds? That is the only point should be in our mind. Every carbon should satisfy how many bonds? All of you? Please. 4 bonds. So that is the only point should be in our mind. Every carbon must satisfy 4 bonds. So other than that, if you remember this point, nowhere you will find the difficulty of drawing the structures. Those who don't know till today also, you people can draw. Remember, every carbon should satisfy 4 bonds. You can take this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Satisfied or not? Everybody? Next, butane. Butane structure. How many carbons are there, butane? Everybody check it. 4 carbons. So it will come like this. Middle carbon, 2 hydrogens. Next middle carbon also 2 hydrogens. And last carbon again, how many will come?
3 hydrogen.
3 hydrogens. So like this, it will be happening. So this is what we used to call as hydrocarbons, known as saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, means only single bond is present, and you can see all the saturated hydrocarbons ends with a suffix called as, what is the suffix called as here? All of you, Ane is the suffix in the saturated hydrocarbons. That is why this all together we used to call as, what we used to say? Alkanes. Okay, alkanes we used to call as. Now, if you notice these formulas very carefully here, observe all of you. C is equals to 1 and H is equals to 4. Now here, C is equals to 2 and H is equals to 6. And here, C is equals to 3 and H is equals to 8. And here, C is equals to 4 and H is equals to how much, guys? 10. Can you tell me, and every time how one carbon to another carbon, one compound to another compound, how many hydrogens and how many carbons are increasing? Everybody?
One
Yes,
carbon
please.
and two hydrogen.
One carbon.
Two
Understanding?
hydrogen.
Always one carbon and two hydrogens are increasing. Is it yes, everybody? Yes or no? All of you. One carbon and two hydrogens are increasing. So the general formula for whom saturated hydrocarbons, everything you should learn clearly, saturated hydrocarbons, because so many formulas will come, you'll be getting confusing. So one by one you should remember, saturated hydrocarbons general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Plus 2 is also suffix only. So this is the formula for saturated hydrocarbons. I will say N means number of carbons. N means what, guys? Number of carbons. Now, for example I am saying, if they are saying N is equals to 7, can you tell me what is the formula will come? N is equals to 7. You should tell me. Everybody. E7H2 into N. N means what again? 7 plus 2. So what will come? C7H14 plus 2, which is equals to C7H14 plus 2. How much, guys?
16.
How much is it? 16. So that is the formula, how it will turn. If you want, you can extend it. It will come same. C5H12, C6H14, C7H, how much, guys? 16. Okay. Same way, C8H18, C9H20. So every time one carbon and how many hydrogens will increases?
Two hydrogen.
Hydrogens will increase. So that is why the general formula of saturated hydrocarbons is CnH2n plus 2. Is it okay, everybody? Asvita, Laksha, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt means ask me. Sarada, are you understanding, Sarada? Meenal? Okay. Right. Rahul, clear, Rahul? Write it fast. Next. This is what we used to call as saturated hydrocarbons. Anything doubt you can ask. General formula, 2-3 times you can say, then only you'll remember. The general formula of saturated hydrocarbons is CnH2n plus 2. Write it fast. Any doubt? Monish? Okay. Right. So now we'll go the things. Next we is to say, if you understand this one, then we will go with the second one, unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons, are you clear, everybody? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second, unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbons. Right. Definition. A hydrocarbon in which the two carbon atoms are connected by a double bond. Double bond means how many pair of electrons, guys? One pair of electron or two pair of electron? Two pair of electron. Or a triple bond. Triple bond. Triple bond means how many electrons? Triple bond. 3 pair of electrons. Triple bond is called unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbons. All of you should remember this. Are you understanding, everybody? Clear? Now, remember, if carbon and carbon double bond, that saturated hydrocarbons is called as alkene. Alkenes. So, what is the prefix here? ene. There, ane, and here, ene. Next, if C and C contains triple bond, then it is called as alkyne. YNE. Alkynes. In wine. That is the words you should remember, all of you. What is the words? In wine. Okay. In saturated, in unsaturated double bond, and wine unsaturated, or it is triple bond. Okay. So unsaturated double bond, draw the structure. Unsaturated triple bond. This is what is unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay. Any doubt in this? Please let me know. Clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let it be. All of you keep reading now. We'll study the first one. First type of unsaturated hydrocarbons called as, what is it called as? Alkenes. Okay. So alkenes means only which bond, guys? Immediately you should remember. Alkene means which bond?
Double bond.
Double bond. Okay. So that is what you have to write it. So the alkenes contains double bond between where? Between, that is very important. Between where? Between carbon and carbon. That is what we used to call it as. Totally they are forming by sharing of how many electrons? 2 electron pairs. 2 electron pairs means totally how many electrons? How many electrons?
4.
Pairs, guys. 4 electrons. That is, you should remember. Okay. So this is the group of the carbon. Double bond. Unsaturated alkenes. The group is C double bond C. This is what will happen. Okay. So first example. Remember, no methane is present. Is it okay? Okay, Pradosh, everybody should remember. No methane is present. Only methane will be present. Is it okay, guys? Do you understand, everybody? Only methane is present. No methane is present, because if you want to form the alkenes and alkynes, here itself, remember, it will be helpful for everybody. Minimum number of carbons is 2. How many?
2.
Minimum number of carbon atoms is 2. So is it possible to form the double bond and triple bond with a single carbon? Anybody? All of you. Is it possible to form the double bond and triple bond with a single carbon? I am asking.
No, sir.
No. That is why no methane will come. So alkenes starts from the ethene. Alkenes will start from where, guys? Ethene. Okay. The formula of ethene is C2H4. Okay. Next one is, if you want to draw structure, you can draw. Like this it will come. C double bond C. Hydrogen and hydrogen. That is what. Now calculate the first carbon. How many bonds are there? Check it, everybody. First carbon, how many bonds are there? Yes, please. 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Satisfying. Then ethene over. Next one, what will come? Ethene after. Ethane. Now what will come? All of you. Propene. Propene means one carbon will increases. C3 it will become. And here how much will come?
It's 6.
C3H6. Have you noticed it? So any one carbon is having a double bond. So I'm drawing second and third carbon because anywhere we can draw, doesn't matter. So first carbon, how many hydrogens will come? 3 hydrogens will come. Second carbon, already 3 bonds are over. Then how many will come? Anybody?
1 hydrogen.
1 hydrogen, up or down, your choice. Now last carbon, only 2 are completed. Remaining how many will come?
2 hydrogen.
2 hydrogens will come. That is wherever you want you can draw. Nothing wrong. Okay. So the formula will come like that. CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2. Is it okay all of you? All of you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here notice it where the double bond is present between carbon and carbon. So it is called as alkene. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is what it is. So ethene, propene, next, last one. Tell me butene. Butene formula.
C4H8.
C4H8. C4H8. So I will draw the structure. All of you observe. C single bond C, double bond C. Now you tell me, first carbon, how many hydrogens? 3 hydrogens. Second carbon, 2 hydrogens. Third carbon, 1 hydrogen. Last carbon, again, 2 hydrogen. So formula will come CH3 single bond, CH2 single bond, CH double bond, CH2. Is it okay, everybody? So now between carbon and carbon, minimum 1 single bond should be there. More than that also it is there. Nothing wrong. Minimum how many double bonds? Minimum 1 double bond between carbon and carbon. Then that is called as unsaturated hydrocarbon known as alkenes. Okay, that is what you have to remember it. Okay, so till here you learn. Then from here we'll continue in our tomorrow's class. Any doubt, anybody, please kindly ask me. Is it okay, guys? Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So thank you all of you. We'll continue from here tomorrow. So please read the text. Next page alone. Next page means page number 63. Just read fully. Then you will go with the next thing. So page number 63, 67 also, you will get the ethene structure. What we studied now, this ethene structure will come. So that structure alone you draw and study. Then from here we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Okay, guys. Thank you.